Hello, and welcome to the audio tour for Ford Austin's New York City apartment, located somewhere on the Upper West Side. As you can tell, we're standing at the front door. The front door has many features, including a reverse peephole, a door handle. If you'll go ahead and click that door handle, and as you can see, you push the door open. Immediately to your left, you will notice a bookcase. In this bookcase contains many books and or videos that Ford Austin has read and or viewed. Also notice the Toluca Lake Tennis Club trophy, which Mr. Austin received for winning the 2010 team tennis tournament. If you turn to your right, on your immediate right, you will notice the kitchen to Ford Austin's apartment. Straight ahead on the wall features a portrait of Ford Austin and his two sisters. Pictured in this picture are Tiffany Austin and Shayna Austin. The picture was taken circa 1974, and as you will notice, Ford Austin is wearing some jodhpurs with horizontal stripes. To the left from that, you will find the juicer, which Ford Austin uses every day, juicing many varieties of vegetable, including spinach, kale, carrots, beets, celery, lemon, and ginger. If you proceed through the kitchen, you'll notice he has a microwave, a toaster, and a refrigerator, all in aluminum. Walk out of the kitchen and continue down the hallway towards your right. You will notice a long red rug on the floor and a small cat. This white cat was born 2.5 years ago. Her name is Zoe, and the breed of cat is a doll-faced teacup Persian. On the wall to your left in the hallway, you'll notice there is a poster from the Buddy Holly Story National Tour, which starred Ford Austin's wife, Lori Dash. Next to that is an award certificate from the Black Maria Film Festival for Ford Austin's movie Tiny Dancer, which is framed beautifully and also features a postcard from the movie and a document of registration from the Writers Guild of America. Directly below that piece of work, you have the National Academy of Television Arts and Sciences Doctors Outstanding Talk Show Informative Emmy Award nomination for Lori Dash, his wife. Below that features a certificate for Best Special Effects Feature for Attitude for Destruction, the feature film which Ford Austin directed for Cleopatra Records. That also happened in 2008. If you move to the right, you will notice a poster for the Westport Country Playhouse and their 2005 season for The Lawyers, featuring Kevin Conway, Ford Austin, and Lori Dash. The play was bound for Broadway and quickly fizzled out. If you move a little bit into the living room, you will notice on your right there is a large flat screen television. Samsung is the brand, and this television set offers many hours of enjoyment for Mr. Austin and his family. Directly next to it, you have a poster that says Built Ford Tough, which was hanging on the wall in his hospital room during his hospitalization in 2011. It sits atop a beautiful credenza full of DVDs in which Ford Austin has either starred or simply watched in his spare time for inspiration. Proceed further into the living room and you'll notice a fax machine designed and manufactured by Hewlett-Packard Corporation. It sits atop a beautiful purple filing cabinet with 2 drawers, and it appears that there is also a fax that has just come in on this machine. I imagine Ford Austin will get to that later. If you proceed further into the living room, next to that cabinet, there is a bright red leather chair sitting below a poster for a movie that he's producing right now called The Right to Love, An American Family. And then turn to your left and you will see out over the lovely Hudson River with the Jersey, I guess you would call it the Jersey Shore, just beyond it. Sitting on this ledge of the window, you have many items which are noteworthy, including an Emmy Award, 3 Telly Awards, and some kind of award for Ford Austin winning the Best Cinematography Award. You also have a beautiful red vase and a bottle. Beyond that, there's a photograph of Ford Austin with his wife, Lori Dash. And then you proceed to the other end of that window, and it wraps around, and you will notice a photograph of Mr. Austin, which is pictured of him when he was approximately 7 years old. This photograph hung in his hospital room during 2011 when he was hospitalized at the Cedars-Sinai Medical Center. Next, we have this beautiful hand-drawn daily affirmation for Mr. Austin, which Mr. Austin said repeatedly on a daily basis in the hospital during his hospitalization in 2011. It reads, "Every day I get better and stronger, and everything is happening in the best possible way for my full and complete recovery." Next to that, you will notice a beautifully framed small postcard from an off-Broadway play that Mr. Austin did in 2000, or I'd rather say in 1999, for a play called Naturals in It. In that, he played a serial killer. Many people speculate about this being his first foray and inspiration into the world of serial killer portrayal in movies and television, and I think he would agree with you. Next to that, you have Mr. Austin's office. His desk contains a variety of work-related items, including tape, Post-it notes, SD drives, DVDs, a stapler, which I believe was made by the Bostitch Company. You also have a variety of digital hard drives, which contain many of his films, and an iPad, and a beautiful stainless steel table lamp. His keyboard is also in stainless steel, which is a recurring theme throughout this apartment. Proceed to your left against the other wall, and you will notice a large stack of shit. Many people speculate that Ford will finally one day assemble this shit, which is comprised of boxes of hard drives, a trash can, some kind of green rope, and a bag of many cables. The speculation that he will finally get motivated to empty this shitty pile out of this room and assemble it in some kind of fashion is a dream of many people who live in this apartment. You can proceed further to the left and you will notice the sitting area of the living room. Welcome to the sitting area of the living room. This couch is an L-shaped black couch, a sectional, if you will. On it rests a pillow, which is the Anderson clan pillow. It was made by Ford Austin's grandmother, and it rested in his family home in Oklahoma City until 2 years ago when he rescued it and dragged it to his apartment in Los Angeles. The pillow finally made the trip all the way to his apartment in New York City, where it will rest until he returns to Los Angeles. It has a beautiful clan print, the tartan of the mighty Anderson clan, and on the pillow it features a mighty oak. It was hand-stitched by his grandmother, and this is the family crest of the Anderson family. Notice all of the pillows all along the couch. You have brown and black colored pillows with a circular print pattern. Above the couch, you have a large 12-foot long painting, which is on muslin, and it's made of acrylic paint, with the term Soul Harvest written in bullet point lettering across the top. This painting represents Mr. Austin's major art installation that he performed in 1998 in New York City, down in the West Village. Notice the signature on the right side corner of the painting, and you will see Ford Austin's hand-drawn word of his own name, Ford. If you proceed further around the apartment, you will notice a picture hanging from a movie that Ford Austin did with Vicki Jensen and Jackie Katzman, Ethan Phillips, and Harlan Williams. This movie is titled Family Tree. It played almost 70 film festivals across the world, and it also opened at the Sundance Film Festival in 2003. In it, Mr. Austin plays a British character who tells a story about a bear. He also learned to play the cello specifically for this film. Below this painting, or this photograph, is a bookcase with many photographs from Mr. Austin's family members. There's a photograph of Ford Austin with his wife, one of his in-laws, one of his grandparents, one of his own parents, Carla and Jim. There's also a photograph of his nephew graduating from college. If you proceed to the right, there's a doorway that enters the master chamber of the Austin suite. Inside this room, you're first greeted with a huge painting, again from that art installation of Mr. Austin's work downtown in New York City in 1998. It features a wood floor rising up and buckling up into flames at the end of the painting. Across the painting, the roof has been torn off of a house, and again you notice the same signature of Mr. Austin down in the right-hand corner. Below this painting is something that many scholars have referred to as a litter box. This litter box contains Johnny Cat cat litter. It is the ownership, pride, and crapping place of the cat who lives in this apartment. If you proceed to your left, you will notice there is a vibrant restroom in which Mr. Austin spends most of his time. The shower curtain is black, and it comes from Bed, Bath & Beyond. Also notice there is a shower chair in the middle of this bathroom. The teak shower chair also is from Bed, Bath & Beyond in Los Angeles. At one point in time, Mr. Austin would sit on this chair in his bathroom while in the shower. Fortunately for Mr. Austin, his health has improved so much that he no longer requires sitting while showering. If you proceed further into the bathroom, you will notice there's a long mirror across the front, and there are also 2 toothbrushes, one for Mr. Austin and one for Mrs. Dash. Both of these are Sonicare toothbrushes, which I believe were purchased at Bed Bath & Beyond on Ventura Boulevard in Studio City, California. Proceed to your right and you will notice a small painting above the towel rack. The towels also were purchased from Bed Bath & Beyond. However, this painting was painted of a scenic, wonderful, beautiful summer day in France. And it was painted by Mr. Austin's stepfather, James Turtelot. Continue out of the bathroom and into the master chamber. You will notice on the ground, to your right, as you pass the entryway to the chamber, there is a small scratching post, which was purchased at Petco, again in Los Angeles, California. Adjacent to the scratching post, you will notice a small vanity, which Mr. Austin's wife does much of her daily makeuping. Above this is a vibrant, beautiful little piece of art that Mr. Austin made while on tour with the Male Intellect and Oxymoron, a show in which he starred as the only character. He performed this for 2 years, and it drove him so insane that one day Mrs. Austin turned to him and said, "Valentine's Day is coming up. I expect that you'll make me something special." Mr. Austin, taking this to heart, decided that he would go to Target in his spare time and buy hundreds of little chocolates, some doilies shaped like hearts, little trinkets, ribbons, tinsel, and corkboard. And he assembled all of them onto this corkboard, and you will notice many of them say things like our first trip, Paris, first date, the New York Ballet, first kiss. It also locates the location of their first home. To the left of this, you will find a mirror. This mirror was purchased by Mr. Austin himself online at an internet site that he cannot remember. Below that is again one of his other signature piles of shit that he has yet to clear out and arrange in any kind of shape or way whatsoever. If you proceed to the left, you will notice a large 32-inch television set purchased at Radio Shack in Toluca Lake. The model is Toshiba. It sits atop a beautiful credenza containing 6 drawers, which was also purchased on the internet at a site which Mr. Austin can no longer remember. Look to your left upon this beautiful credenza, and you will notice a hockey puck-shaped device called an Apple TV. This Apple TV serves to entertain Mr. Austin in many ways for many hours. He watches movies, listens to music, and even goes on the internet with this device. Above this television set on the credenza, you will notice a painting made of silicone and wax. This was produced by Mr. Austin's co-founder of his internet company, WonderHowTo.com. The gentleman's name, the artist, is Mike Goodicke. Mike Goodicke produced this in a fit of rage and attempted to destroy it when he ran out of room to store it. Mr. Austin asked him if he could keep it. He replied he would. He would be fine with that. So Mr. Austin placed this painting in his car and drove home. If you look to the left, you will notice the window, which again proceeds out over the Hudson River with a view of the New Jersey shore. On the ledge of this window contains a small printer when the fax machine breaks. This printer again is made by Hewlett-Packard Corporation. There is also a cat brush, which I believe is used for brushing the feline who resides in this residence named Zoe Austin. There's a number of little cat toys, a red feather boa, and a photograph of Mr. Austin with one of his past collaborators, Mr. Scott Ingalls. This photograph was taken while they were snowboarding in Big Bear, California, and I believe that Mr. Austin has no idea why the photograph is there. He just doesn't know what to do with it. And again, it sort of is in this whole realm of piles of shit in his apartment that he has no idea or passion about how to fix or arrange. If you proceed further along the window, you will notice there is an air conditioning unit below it. This breeze that blows through the air conditioner comes again from the park that's adjacent to his apartment building, which has a constant flow of soft summer air blowing in from the Hudson River and over in New Jersey. Proceed further to the left, and you will notice a small side table next to the bed. On this side table rests a candle, which was purchased at Bed Bath & Beyond in Studio City, California. A telephone, which was purchased at Staples on Sunset Boulevard. I believe it was Sunset Boulevard in Hollywood, California. And some kind of weird-ass lamp. This lamp, I have no idea, but it's funky. Sterling, straight cylindrical shape with a bulb emanating from inside. Again, Mr. Austin has no idea where this lamp came from. Next to that table is the bed. The bed in Mr. Austin's master chamber is actually where the magic happens. This bed has been unmade, as is Mr. Austin's habit of late, not to make the bed, but rather to sleep in it all day. Next to this bed, you will see a table identical to the other table on the other side of the bed, again with another cylindrical lamp, a box of tissues. Many people speculate about how these tissues are actually used, and that's about as far as that speculation goes. There is an alcohol swab, a book written by his grandmother, Maxine Austin, called The Spring of the Spirit, a cup, green plastic cup with water inside of it. A laptop rests atop this table also. It is a MacBook Pro with a small purple mouse, wireless, of course, and hand sanitizer. Above this table, you will notice a large 42-inch or 50-inch Van Gogh painting, which I believe to be original. This Van Gogh painting is of Starry Night, which Mr. Austin purchased in a Van Nuys, California, Goodwill. When he went to the counter to purchase it, it said $25, and he had purchased another item at the same time. And when the man behind the counter rang up the total, the only thing that was charged was the other item. Mr. Austin didn't notice this until he was gone, of course. So, the irony here is that this painting was actually free. A free Van Gogh, an original. Next to this table below the painting, there is a black leather swivel chair. This black leather swivel chair was purchased in New York City, or rather by an internet company called bizchair.com. Next to the chair, you'll notice an IV intravenous medical treatment pole. On top of it rests a towel which is used for medical reasons. This pole is constructed of aluminum and was sponsored and delivered by a company called Corum. Adjacent to this pole, if you continue on, you'll notice a white mesh cylindrical shaped hamper. This hamper represents many metaphors in Mr. Austin's life. Anytime he wears something, soils it, he simply tosses it in this hamper and moves on. Next to the hamper, you will notice the closet door. This closet is not a walk-in closet, as you will see. It is a look-in closet. To the right, you have Mr. Austin's variety of wardrobe. To the left, Mrs. Austin's wardrobe. On the top shelf, you will note a number of tennis sweaters, which Mr. Austin bought on the internet on Goodwill, on eBay, deciding that he was going to wear tennis sweaters and be sporty, and then he got into an accident, so he never got a chance to wear them. Mr. Austin does, in fact, look forward to the day that he will wear these sweaters, but today is not that day. If you look above you, you will notice there is a chin-up bar hanging in the doorway, which many people speculate has only been used about 10 times. Mr. Austin does plan on using this chin-up bar every day. If he can do half a chin-up, he will. If you proceed further into the house, you will notice a small pink dish on the floor with two sides, one for water, one for cat food. The owners of this house speculate that this dish is really meant for Zoe Austin, the feline who resides in this residence. However, at times, many people have speculated that Mr. Austin himself has been known to eat out of this bowl. Above it, you will see an original Peter Max drawing, which Mr. Austin has no idea about anything of it. It's pink, it's up there. Above it hangs a clock. This clock was also purchased at Bed Bath & Beyond in Studio City, California. Below this painting, you will see a floor-length mirror which was purchased at a discount store, probably way overpriced. Hanging from it are 2 leis from Hawaii. These leis were purchased by Mr. Austin and worn in his wedding to his wife. And if you will proceed back through the chamber, the master chamber door, you will see that this brings our audio tour to an end. Actually, it doesn't bring it to an end. Back out into the hallway, next to the front door, you will notice a bathroom. This bathroom contains 1 toilet, 1 light switch, 1 closet, and 1 pedestal sink. Upon this pedestal sink rests soft soap, coconut and warm ginger flavor, or scent. There's a towel rack with 1 brown towel. There is a guitar sitting in the corner. On the back of the toilet is a photograph of Mr. Austin's mother-in-law. This brings the audio tour of Mr. Austin's New York City apartment to an end. Thank you. I hope that you enjoy the life of Mr. Austin and you further explore many things involving Ford Austin.